Welcome to Global Hub Updates. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The international defense community was left reeling in disbelief as news broke that sent shockwaves through military circles worldwide. Greece had made a bold and unexpected move, publicly rejecting the U.S. offer of Freedom-Class Littoral Combat Ships, a decision that caught even seasoned observers off guard. These modern warships, once celebrated as cutting-edge examples of American naval innovation and power projection, were now being dismissed as inadequate by a key NATO ally. The Hellenic Navy's decision was not just a quiet refusal, it was a resounding and public statement. Greek officials cited high operational costs and severe reliability issues, arguing that the ships simply did not meet their navy's demanding requirements. This wasn't a behind-the-scenes negotiation or a diplomatic formality. It was a public rebuke that forced the world to question the true value and effectiveness of the entire LCS program. Greek officials were blunt, pointing out that even a free ship is no bargain if it spends more time in dry dock undergoing repairs than patrolling the seas. The message was clear: reliability and readiness matter more than flashy technology. The rejection didn't just make headlines, it amplified every existing criticism of the Freedom Class, fueling a global debate among military experts, politicians, and the public about whether these ships were truly fit for modern naval warfare. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away in the Indo-Pacific, the Philippines watched the unfolding drama with keen interest. As Manila seeks to modernize its own navy amid rising regional tensions, the Greek decision weighed heavily on their minds. For the Philippines, the prospect of acquiring these controversial ships presents a complex dilemma. Could they adapt and succeed with vessels that Greece found lacking, or would they inherit the same problems and disappointments? As Greece firmly closed the door on the Freedom Class, another opportunity seemed to open for the Philippines, raising hopes and concerns in equal measure. The question now looms large: could these controversial warships find new life and purpose in the contested waters of the South China Sea, or will history repeat itself? On paper, the Freedom-Class Littoral Combat Ship was a marvel of modern engineering, fast, agile, and modular, designed to adapt to any mission the Navy could imagine. It was a bold vision, promising a new era of naval warfare where a single ship could transform to meet the demands of any battlefield. Its plug-and-play concept promised a level of flexibility that older warships simply couldn't match. Swapping out mission modules was supposed to be as easy as changing a cartridge, allowing the fleet to respond rapidly to emerging threats. But as the ships entered service, reality hit hard. The complex propulsion system, especially the intricate combining gear, quickly became a notorious point of failure. What was meant to be a technological leap forward instead turned into a maintenance nightmare. Ships broke down far more often than expected, repairs dragged on for months, and costs soared out of control, undermining the very idea of a rapidly deployable fleet that could be counted on in a crisis. The lightweight construction, intended to boost speed and maneuverability, made the ships surprisingly fragile and expensive to fix after even minor damage. Mission modules, the heart of the ship's much-touted flexibility, faced endless delays and frequent cancellations. Key capabilities, like advanced mine hunting or anti-submarine warfare, never materialized as planned, leaving the ships under-equipped for their intended roles. Critics slammed the LCS for its limited firepower, sky-high costs, and questionable survivability in real combat. Many wondered if the Navy had invested in a ship that was neither fish nor fowl, unable to fight, yet too expensive to risk. Too lightly armed for high-intensity war, yet far too costly for routine patrols, the ships faced an identity crisis. They struggled to find a meaningful role in the fleet. Caught between ambition and reality, the U.S. Navy began decommissioning them decades ahead of schedule, a stunning and public admission of failure for a program once hailed as the future of naval warfare. The Freedom Class became a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of what happens when high-tech ambition collides with the harsh realities of operational demands and budget constraints. Now, their future hangs in the balance, depending on whether another Navy can learn from these hard lessons and somehow turn the Freedom Class's flaws into unexpected strengths. The U.S. offer to Greece seemed generous, but the Hellenic Navy's response was driven by hard numbers, not diplomacy. Even free, the ship's astronomical operating and maintenance costs were unsustainable. Greek planners knew the LCS's troubled history. Reliability was non-negotiable for their demanding patrols. The risk of sidelined ships was too great. Combat effectiveness was another concern. The LCS lacked the robust armament and sensors Greece needed. Upgrading them would defeat the purpose of a low-cost acquisition. Greece calculated the total cost, training, maintenance, upgrades, and walked away. They chose proven frigates over risky experiments. Their message, a warship's value lies in reliability, lethality, and affordability, not just its price tag. For Greece, the Freedom-Class failed on all counts. Greece's rejection could have been the end for the Freedom-Class, but instead, it opened a new door for countries like the Philippines, which are searching for affordable ways to modernize their naval forces. What one nation discards, another might see as a valuable opportunity. For Manila, the prospect of acquiring a discounted or even donated littoral combat ship completely changes the equation. Suddenly, a vessel that was out of reach becomes a realistic option for boosting maritime security. The Philippines doesn't need high-end, heavily armed frigates for blue water dominance. What it truly needs are fast, long-range patrol vessels capable of covering vast maritime zones and responding quickly to threats or emergencies. The LCS's impressive speed and helicopter deck make it ideal for patrolling the sprawling waters of the Philippine archipelago, deterring illegal fishing, and responding rapidly to maritime incidents or natural disasters. Its shallow draft and agile design are perfectly suited for the complex island-dotted coastal zones of the Philippines, where larger ships might struggle to operate safely. If these ships can be acquired at a low cost, they could fill a critical gap in the Philippine Navy's aging fleet, replacing outdated vessels and providing a much-needed boost in capability and morale. Of course, Greece's no serves as a warning sign, highlighting the risks and challenges that come with adopting second-hand warships. But it's not necessarily a deal-breaker for those willing to adapt. The Philippines can learn from the mistakes of others, negotiate for essential upgrades and fixes, and customize the ships to better fit its unique operational needs and environment. With careful planning and the right approach, a controversial American warship could be transformed into a strategic asset, strengthening the Philippines' presence in Southeast Asia's contested waters. In the world of military hardware, one nation's mistake or surplus can become another's opportunity for growth and modernization. The key is to address the known flaws head-on, invest in proper maintenance and upgrades, and avoid repeating the errors of the past. For the Philippines, the Freedom-Class LCS could truly be a game-changer if the acquisition is handled wisely, with foresight and a commitment to making these ships work for their unique needs. The Littoral Combat Ship program began with bold ambitions, fast modular ships for a new era of coastal warfare. The Navy envisioned a flexible fleet, able to swap mission packages and swarm hotspots. Two variants, Freedom and Independence, were packed with cutting-edge tech. But the dream unraveled quickly. Mission modules faced delays and failures. Key capabilities like mine hunting and anti-submarine warfare never materialized. The ships became lightly armed, unreliable, and expensive to operate. The plug-and-play vision faded, replaced by logistical headaches and ballooning costs. The Freedom-Class, in particular, suffered from chronic breakdowns and high expenses. Instead of affordable versatility, the Navy got a fleet struggling to find its purpose. The LCS became a symbol of unfulfilled promise, an expensive lesson in the risks of untested innovation. Now, their future depends on whether another Navy can rewrite the story. For the Philippines, the LCS wouldn't hunt submarines or fight major battles. Its mission-persistent patrols across vast, contested waters, high speed and endurance make it ideal for monitoring territory, deterring encroachment, and asserting sovereignty. Imagine a Freedom-Class ship patrolling near Scarborough Shoal, its presence alone a powerful deterrent. Advanced sensors and a helicopter deck would boost surveillance and rapid response. The LCS could intercept illegal fishing fleets, support boarding operations, and deliver disaster relief. By focusing on patrol and maritime security, the Philippines can leverage the LCS's strengths. Its weaknesses in heavy combat matter less when the goal is law enforcement and presence. For a budget-conscious Navy, the LCS could be a super-sized offshore patrol vessel if acquired and used smartly. For the Philippines, acquiring the LCS only makes sense if its core flaws are fixed. The propulsion system's combining gear must be permanently repaired, at U.S. expense, before any transfer. Structural durability is another must. The ships need reinforcement for rough regional seas. The Philippines should demand upgrades, including stronger hulls and maintenance protocols. Firepower can't be ignored. A credible weapons system, like the Naval Strike Missile, should be part of the deal. The transfer must include a full package of fixes, upgrades, and long-term support. Only by turning weaknesses into strengths can the LCS become an asset, not a liability. Anything less would be a costly mistake. This isn't just a ship deal, it's a chance to deepen the US-Philippine alliance. The US should provide not just ships, but training, spare parts, and technical support. Filipino crews need comprehensive training to master the LCS's complex systems. A long-term support pipeline is essential to keep the ships operational and affordable. The partnership could also boost the Philippine defense industry, with local shipyards handling maintenance and repairs. A well-structured deal strengthens both nations. The US offloads assets, the Philippines gains vital capability. Done right, this partnership could turn a troubled ship into a symbol of shared security in the Indo-Pacific. For the Philippines, the LCS offer is a high-stakes choice, immense opportunity, but real risk. Modern warships could transform the Navy's reach, but only if flaws are fixed and support is guaranteed. Greece's cautionary tale looms large. Don't underestimate total costs or reliability issues. The Philippines must negotiate from strength, demanding repairs, upgrades, and long-term backing. If the right deal is struck, the LCS could be a game-changer, patrolling vast waters, protecting resources, and asserting sovereignty. It would signal a new era for the Philippine Navy and the US-Philippine alliance. The choice is between bold action and cautious stagnation. With vision and resolve, the Philippines can turn a risky proposition into a strategic triumph.